Welcome to another episode of KJ Sports Talk, where we talk sports all day, every day. And y'all know what today is. It is Friday, so it is part 2 of my top tight ends in football today. And before we get into the video, y'all make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. If you have a different list other than mine, please share it. Put it in your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me your opinion. I would love to hear it. But let's get into the video. So today, part 2, top tight ends in the NFL, 5 through 1 or 1 through 5, however way you want to cut it or slice it. Either way, part 2, top tight ends. Now, as I said in the last video about tight ends, to me, tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Best friend. Like, tight end is always that scapegoat. You can always depend on them. You can always depend on them. Ask Tony Romo about Jason Witten. Ask Tom Brady about Rob Gronkowski. Ask Phillip Rivers about Antonio Gates. Just to name a few. Like, tight end is always the most dependable target for a quarterback. That's just me. So let's get into the countdown. So number 5, Los Angeles Raider, Darren Waller. Now, this man came from absolutely nowhere. I'm saying last season, 2019 season, the man had 90 receptions, 1,145 yards, 3 touchdowns. When I tell you this man came from out of nowhere, because just the season before that, in 2018, 6 receptions, 75 yards, 0 touchdowns. 0 touchdowns. Only 6 receptions, 75 yards. Just for this past season to do 90 receptions, over 1,100 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Came from out of no damn where and had a season like that. Arguably, well, it's not even arguably, obviously, the Raiders' best receiver. Best receiver. Target, however you want to call it. I mean, 90, to do this one season and elevate that to this the next season is unheard of. So I had no choice but to put him in my top 5 because of what he did this past season. You had to show that man some love right there. So number 5, Darren Waller. Number 4 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Rob Gronkowski. Now, his last season he played was in 2018. My boy only had 47 yards, only around 600 yards, 47 receptions, around 600 yards, 3 touchdowns. He missed 3 games, and the season before that, in 2017, he missed 3 games. So we all know, it's no secret, we all know Rob Gronkowski's biggest challenge is staying healthy. Like, we all know, it's not a surprise. But I put him at number 4 because, 1, we all know what he's capable of when he's healthy. We all know when healthy, you can make an argument he's top 2 tight end when healthy. You can make that argument when he's healthy. And number 2, the chemistry him and Tom Brady already have. We all know what they did in New England. Now we get another glimpse of what they can do and will do in Tampa Bay. So we all know what them two are capable of when they're on the same page. We already know what Gronk is capable of when he's healthy. So hopefully his ass can be healthy this season. So we can see that old Gronk come back out. So number 4, Rob Gronkowski. Number 3 of the Philadelphia Eagles. God, I hate them. Zach Ertz. Last year, Zach Ertz had 88 receptions, 916 yards, 6 touchdowns. 2018, 116 receptions, over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. So his numbers did stagger a little bit, but I put Zach at number 3 because out of all of the injuries that we all know the Philadelphia Eagles have, Alshon Jeffries, Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz is always he's pretty much always been there, and the man is a great receiving tight end. He can always get open. He's a good route runner at the tight end position. He can always get open. So he's always a reliable target to go to, even though his numbers did go down this past season. He's always been a reliable target to go to for whether it was Carson Wentz or whoever it was at the quarterback position in Philly when they had their little quarterback situation. So with Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. So he's always been a reliable target to either one of them quarterbacks. So that's why I put Zach Ertz at number 3. So number 2 will be Kansas City tight end Travis Kelce. Now, Travis Kelce last year, 97 receptions, over 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. Year before that, my man had 103 receptions, over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Now, I put Travis Kelce at number 2 because he's arguably, to me, the best receiving tight end in football today. The best receiving tight end. And because of his size and his speed at tight end, his hands at tight end, he's a mismatch for any linebacker you put on him, any cornerback you try to put on him, any safety that try to put on him, especially when it comes to safety. When it comes to putting a safety in a corner on him, he's going to outsize them regardless. Like, that's automatic. He's going to overpower them, oversize them automatically. You put a linebacker on him, he's going to outrun them. So when you're looking at it either way, it's a lose-lose and a mismatch for whoever you put on Travis Kelce. So that's why I put Travis Kelce at number 2. Number one, San Francisco 49ers, I hate them too, tight end George Kittle. Now, last year, George had 85 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Year before that, 88 receptions, over 1,300 yards, 5 touchdowns. Awesome. Now, George Kittle, I put him at number 1 because, again, he also is a great receiving tight end and can also be a mismatch for depending on who you have covering him. But the main reason why I put him over Kelce, and I know a lot of y'all gonna think like really, you let that be the X factor between them? Hey, the shit counts to me, okay? But the reason why I put him over Kelce is because he's a better blocker than Kelce. I know a lot of people don't look at a tight end blocking as such a crucial thing, but the shit is important, okay? The shit is very important. And Travis Kelce couldn't block a damn. Travis Kelce can't block me. George Kittle, all around, like when it comes to receiving and blocking, all around, he has that total package. So that's why I put George Kittle at number 1. So to go through the list again, number 1, George Kittle. Number 2, Travis Kelce. 3, Zach Ertz. 4, Rob Gronkowski. And 5, Darren Waller. That is my top 5 tight ends in football today. If you got a different list compared to mine, I would like to see it. Leave your comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that